All right, let's jump right in. For any fan of the Wheel of Time, the story is this massive, world-spanning epic. But it all started in one small place, on one single night, with one desperate journey in the dark. So for this explainer, we're going right back to that moment, when a simple farm boy's entire world is shattered, forcing him to face a new reality, one filled with monsters, magic, and some truly impossible choices.
So picture this. It's the middle of the night, deep in a forest. A young man, Rand al'Thor, is stumbling through the trees, his body just completely numb from exhaustion. He's carrying his father, Tam, on this makeshift stretcher. He's been walking all night long, running on nothing but pure adrenaline and fear after a horrifying attack on their farm. His dad is badly wounded, he's burning up with a fever, and Rand's only thought, the only thing keeping him going, is getting him to safety. After what feels like an absolute eternity, he's finally getting close. The trees are starting to thin out and he can smell the smoke from the village chimneys. But something's wrong. The smell is too thick, too sharp. It's the smell of things burning down, not of cozy hearth fires. See, for Rand, the village of Emond's Field has been this beacon of hope the entire terrifying night. It's home. It's where the village healer, the wisdom, can fix his father's wound. It is the one place in the entire world where he thought they would finally be safe. But that hope is about to just crumble into dust. As he staggers out of the woods, the devastating reality just hits him like a ton of bricks. The haven he was so desperately fighting to reach is now a scene of utter destruction. I mean, the sight is just shocking. Half the village is gone, literally burned to the ground. You've got these soot-stained chimneys standing like gravestones where family homes used to be. The monsters that attacked his farm, those horrible Trollocs, they came here too. His safe haven, the one place he was running to, was also a battlefield. And amidst all this chaos, familiar faces start to emerge from the smoke. Harl Luhan, the village blacksmith, confirms the attack. His friend, Egwene, rushes by, her face is stained with soot, her eyes just wide with shock. And they all point him in one direction, towards the one person who represents his last tiny shred of hope, Nynaeve, the village wisdom, the healer. Even with the village in ruins, Rand is clinging to this one last chance. If he can just get his father to the wisdom, maybe, just maybe, they can make it. But that hope, it's about to be completely extinguished. Nynaeve takes one look at Tam's wound, and her words are just devastatingly simple. She can't help. The wound is beyond her skills, it's beyond any of her medicines. And for Rand, this is the final blow. The last hope he'd been holding on to all night is just gone. He's completely empty, just standing there watching his father die with absolutely nothing he can do about it. So what do you do when you have no hope left? You find a new one, right? Even if it comes from the darkest of stories. Still refusing to give up, Rand carries his father to the Winespring Inn, hoping the mayor, Bran Elver, might know what to do. And that's where things start to get, well, really strange. On the door to the inn, he sees this symbol, scratched in charcoal, the dragon's fang. Now this is a mark of the Dark One's followers, a symbol tied to the ancient breaking of the world and these scary prophecies of the dragon. So why is it on the mayor's door? It means this wasn't just some random raid. This was a targeted attack. The mystery is suddenly getting a whole lot deeper and a whole lot more dangerous. And this brings up a huge question, right? We know Trollocs attacked, we've seen the destruction, but the village wasn't completely wiped off the map. Someone must have defended it. But who on earth could possibly stand up against an army of monsters? Well, the answer is completely unbelievable. The mayor reveals it was two outsiders who were staying at the inn, a woman named Moiraine and her companion, Lan. And Moiraine didn't fight with a sword or an axe, no. She summoned lightning from a clear sky and destroyed the Trollocs with pure, raw power. And here it is, the big reveal. Moiraine is an Aes Sedai. Now, in the stories Rand grew up with, Aes Sedai are these powerful, mysterious women from a place called the White Tower. They can perform miracles, but they also manipulate kingdoms for their own secret reasons. They are feared just as much as they are respected. And as the stories always say, their help, it comes with a price. So this leaves Rand with a terrible choice. The mayor explains that an Aes Sedai can heal wounds far beyond any wisdom skill. Moiraine might be his father's only chance. And that forces Rand to decide, does he let his father die, or does he go and beg for help from a woman who might be even more dangerous than the monsters themselves? Overcoming all the fear and mistrust he's been taught his entire life, Rand makes his choice. He finds Moiraine, and he says these desperate words. He has nothing to offer but himself, and he offers all of it. He will pay any price, anything. He has no idea what he's just agreed to. And that's the question that just hangs over everything, isn't it? Moiraine agrees to help, but her help isn't some simple gift. It's the very first step on a path that is going to lead Rand far away from his quiet village and straight into a world of prophecy and war. He just wanted to save his father, but the price he'll have to pay might be his own soul, and the heavy burden of a prophecy that names him the Dragon Reborn.
And that's the hook. That's the impossible choice that sets the whole wheel turning on a brand new age. It's such an incredible story. And for this fan-created overview, we really wanted to take you right back to that pivotal, character-defining moment.
Of course, this explainer is a fan-created introduction. All rights for this amazing world belong to its creators. If this little trip back to the beginning has you fired up, we highly, highly encourage you to support the official series by buying the books.